If you want to know what is expert opinion, you must know this story. There was a prominent businessman, and one day he was found dead in his study. There was a letter. It is called the suicide letter. And in that letter, he said that there is a financial fraud in his business, but his business partner is innocent. The police was convinced that it was a suicide, but his daughter was not convinced. She went to the court that this particular letter is not a suicide letter, it was forged. So, what the court can do right now? The court did something very much important for today's topic. He asked for expert opinion. In the court, a handwriting expert tested that writing style, the pressure, the slants of that writing, and he said that it do not match with the earlier samples of that dead person, dead businessman. Now the defense also presented their own expert, and he said that the handwriting of this letter is matching with the dead businessman. That means the plaintiff, her daughter, is claiming that this letter is forged letter, and the defense is saying that this letter is matching the handwriting with that business person. So it is conflicting expert opinion, and now it's upon the judge to express what is the decision of the court. The judge asked for a more concrete evidence, and now a forensic ink analyst, the ink which was used to write this letter, he did an analysis of that ink, and his analysis revealed that the ink used in that note had not been sold in the country for the last 6 months of the death after the death of that businessman. So this was a very scientific fact. So we have now three expert opinions on a same case. The court determined lastly that the note was forged and the death is not a suicide. It was staged to look like a suicide. Here comes your question. What is expert opinion? What are the weaknesses of expert opinion? What are the strong points of expert opinion? And when the court will be very much depending upon that expert opinion. And is the expert opinion final? Now let's talk about this conception of what is exactly expert opinion. Expert opinion is a opinion of a specially skilled person. The person is has a special kind of knowledge. He is an expert. He has a special understanding and standing in that particular point. So the court, when gets into confusions, he asks for the opinion of that such kind of person. It may be on the point of science, arts, on a particular foreign law, or handwriting, thumb impressions, fingerprints. In this new adhenium, we have also added that electronic and digital informations, they also need expert opinion. Is it kind of manipulated or something, or it is original? So we need a kind of expert thinking on it, and for that reason we prefer the IT Act, and we call for the examiner of digital evidence to form an opinion on an electronic and digital evidence. Now Experts may be of different types. An ordinary person can also be an expert. Suppose I am sending letters to my friends, a particular friend, for an year in a regular basis. And now there comes an question that I am dead and my particular signature or a letter which I had written, is it actually written by me or not? So, the opinion of that particular friend to whom I was sending my letters, who is knowledged about my handwriting, who is acquainted with my handwriting, he also has a point of saying. The court will also consider it. And then, for another examples, these are mentioned in different sections of this adhinam, that if there is a question about relationship of two different persons, then the family members of that person or the friends or otherwise, they can form an opinion and that will be relevant. Again, we can form opinion of that a particular customer right, is it valid or not. So the persons who are acquainted with those kind of customs rights, they can form an expert opinion on this basis. But to see what is the evidentiary value of this expert opinion, it is a very weak type of evidence, because it is sometimes tainted, sometimes it is tilted to a particular party if that party is having that kind of influence, power, and money. So it is very much unsafe to use it without corroboration. But if there is an expert opinion, is it final? It is not final. The court has its own opinion, and the court's judgment will be the last. So, it is just an opinion, not the judgment. The judgment is final, and it is up to the discretion of the court that whether it will accept or reject that expert's opinion. An expert's opinion cannot also replace the factual evidences. In the story itself, I have shown you how these two experts has given contradicting opinions. Now it's up to the court that it finally gives its judgment basing upon corroboration, other evidences, and the court has to be very much aware while forming its judgments upon the expert opinions. So it was the topic today. I think you have enjoyed it. Please consider subscribing and liking this video and put a comment what is your opinion regarding it.